aware of disasters? Let us discuss on how you will be safe before, during, and after the disasters.
Disaster Risk Reduction or DRR aims to reduce the damage caused by natural hazards like earthquakes, floods, droughts, and cyclones through an ethic of prevention. Disasters often follow natural hazards. A disaster's severity depends on how much impact a hazard has on society and the environment. The scale of the impact in turn depends on the choices we make for our lives and for our environment. These choices relate to how we grow our food, where and how we build our homes, what kind of government we have, how our financial system works, and even what we teach in schools. Each decision and action makes us more vulnerable to disasters or more resilient to them. Reducing exposure to hazards, lessening vulnerability of people and property, wise management of land and the environment, and improving preparedness and early warning for adverse events are all examples of disaster risk reduction.
Here are some of the different disasters and how to be prepared for it. Fire.
Fire is one of the most destructive disasters of all time. It can happen at forest community and even at seas. Fire disasters happen because of the unconsciousness of people. Fire accident can take lives and valuables. Fire accident in our country is only common event for us. Fire accident happens due to the lackness of disaster preparedness. Things to do before, during, and after a fire. Before, note the fire exit in this pathway out of the house in the working area or home. Make sure that there are usable fire extinguisher. You must know the emergency contact hotline of your community. Next, during, don't panic if you are trapped. Duck and cover your nose and mouth with a wet cloth. Move quickly but safely out of the warning area. Third, after, contact your family to let them know your situation, or if at home happen, check your family if all are outside and safe. Stay away from the fire area after explosion of gas, make up or lets an occur. Flood. Flood are the most common natural disaster, and they occur when a large amount of water overflows and submerges normally dry land. In coastal areas, floods are often triggered by heavy rainfall, rapid snowmelt, or a storm surge from a tropical cyclone or tsunami. Things to do before, during, and after a flood. Before a flood, be alert. Be prepared to evacuate. Assemble disaster supplies. Review your family disaster plan. Protect your property. During a flood, don't drive unless you have to. If you must drive, travel with care. Never drive through flooded roadways. Stop, turn around, don't draw. Get to high ground, climb to safety. Evacuate immediately if you think you are at risk or are advised to do so. Never try to walk or swim through flowing water. After flood, wait until it is safe to return. Travel with care. If a building was flooded, check for safety before entering. Use extreme caution when entering buildings. Take picture of the damage. Get professional help. Earthquake. Earthquake is a shaking of the surface of the earth resulting from a sudden release of energy in the earth's lithosphere that creates seismic waves. Tsunami is also an earthquake which happens underwater. Earthquake occurs due to the movement of the tectonic plate. It is measured by the seismometer, also known as seismograph. Earthquake may occur naturally or as a result of human activities. Surface faulting, ground shaking, landslide, tectonic deformation, tsunamis, and many more. These are some examples on what happened during earthquake. Things to do before, during, and after an earthquake. Save yourself during earthquake. Duck, cover, and hold. Do's and don'ts. Drop to the ground. Take cover by getting under a sturdy table or other piece of furniture and hold on until the shaking stops. Stay away from structures that may fall. Stay calm. Move away from the tall buildings, trees, street light, and utility wires. Find an open space once a shaking stops. You must know the first aid kit. First aid kit. Injuries can happen during disaster. Therefore, having a basic first aid kit with such as sterile gloves, gauze, soap, worn ointment, bandage in a variety of size, pain relievers, scissors, and tweezers. Things you need in times of disasters. 3 days supply of water. Water is essential for everyday life. After an emergency such as tornado, flood, or earthquake, the water that comes out of your tap might not be safe to drink if it's running at all. That's why you need to have at least 3 days supply of bottled water stored at home. 3 days supply of non-perishable food. Choose food that don't require refrigeration or special preparation and aren't high in salt. Look for canned food packed in juice, not syrup. Be sure to rotate your supply. Don't forget to include a manual can open in your stockpile to open all of your canned food items easily and safely. Radio. A radio is essential to receive emergency information. Any hand-cranked or battery-operated radio can provide important information on weather or evacuation alert. Flashlight and lanterns. When the power out, it can be dangerous to walk around. Keep flashlight and battery-operated lanterns in your stockpile so you can stay safe and lit. Batteries. Batteries are essential during a disaster. It can be hard to locate batteries when the power is out, so keeping them in your disaster stash makes sense. Whistle to signal for help. It can be helpful to keep a whistle on a keychain or tap under your desk for fast access during disasters. Prescription medication. If you regularly use prescription medication, it's key that you have access to them in an emergency. Talk to your doctor or healthcare provider about getting an extra supply to keep in your stockpile. Battery-operated or solar cell phone charger and power bank. Cell phone can be essential for communicating with your family, emergency responders, and local authorities. A battery-operated or solar cell phone charge can ensure you will have access to charge phone even when the power is out.